Well, first of all, my name is Michael Levy. I work with John. I am humbled to be his best man. I first want to thank your family, Kareen, for just an amazing event and allowing us to be part of your family. And it's very important and special. And there's no way to thank you enough. And also John's family and both of your families and everybody we've met, because it's just amazing to meet such nice people and feel like part of something so quickly. And I very much appreciate it. I've known John 10 years, which is quite a long time. John was from the East Coast and was come in to make my life easier in a sense. And I was thinking, East Coast, I hate the East Coast. I hate the Patriots. I'm a 49er fan. I like Joe Montana. My daughter's middle name is Montana. But what happens in our business is that you spend a lot of time together. It's like dog years. And over the course of time, I spent more time with John than I did with my wife and kids, and we became very close because of that amount of time. Despite the East Coast. I mean, the farthest east I've ever lived was East Los Angeles. Over time, I mean, we spent so much time together that there were subtle changes that I noted in John. Is he wasn't as talkative. He spent much more time at work, which was a positive thing for me because he just makes my life easy. Operate on this, don't operate on that, go see them, don't go see them. So my life was easy, but it wasn't a good thing because he was working so hard. And I really knew something was terribly wrong because, and you have to admit it, you got chubby. Now I say that, but next to him, he looks like a supermodel. I look like the large, ugly Kardashian sister. But all of a sudden, something changed. And the first time I noticed something had changed, we were walking down the hall, and he actually skipped. And he does sometimes will dance randomly and skip. He likes to dance with my mother-in-law. What does the fox say? And so I asked him what was happening, and he said, Kareen. And I was too proud to ask what that meant, so I, being a bright guy, thought I would Google it. There are no anti-seizure medications called Kareen. There's no antidepressants. And so he really wouldn't tell me much. But he started to do odd things. Hey, Mike, do you want to climb down 70 stories with me with a rope? Sure. You want to jump off a large bridge in a chair? Sure. I don't like heights, so it was amazing. Finally, I had the courage to kind of ask him what Kareen was. And he said, and he was serious in asking me this, do you believe that you can fall in love with somebody when you first meet them? And I agreed with that completely because that happened to me. First time I saw my wife, I fell in love with her. And I said, absolutely. And he was certain of it. He was so certain of it, it was just absolute. And I said, of course, and you better take advantage of it. He doesn't trust me to do much. I mean, he made me have a plastic glass up here. So. But things really started to change for him. He just became a different person. He became the amazing person that he is. And it was good to see him happy and back to himself. There's so much symbolism in all of this. I've been to weddings here before, and usually people get married at the other side of the venue. And I like symbols. I'm a strange guy. And I saw basically getting married, heading towards the east, as kind of a return to family for him, and a return to all of the things he finds to be special and loves, because family, his family, her family, are the most important things in the world to him. And he will do anything he can to make them happy and make them the best part of his life. So I thought that was extremely special. I think of things like that. I was once told that you know you're in love when the person you're with reintroduces you to yourself for the first time. And I think that's exactly what Kareen has done for John. So I think I've said about everything I can remember. I think I'll leave you with one thought of, I think, one of the greatest scholars of all time, Pooh, that were she to live for 100 years, John would want to live for 100 years minus 1 day so he could spend the eternity of his life with her. Congratulations.